Welcome to Toronto. Great to have you here. And Canada, well, specifically Toronto, love the YNR. And in full disclosure, I'm going to just tell you a quick little story. My mother, God bless her, 88, has been watching the YNR since day one. Day one. So when I came home from school, I never, there was never a day when it was not on the television. Hence, also a fan because grew up with it and watched it every day. And then I would come home from high school, whatever, and watch it every day. So, Brayton, I want to start with you because this is such a legacy soap opera, and as you both know, you're blessed. They don't all stick around these days with what's going on. And so congratulations on, 50 years of this show. What does it mean to you, Brayton, to be a part of it?
Oh my God, it's an honor and a privilege to have a show like this still find value in me. I remember I was 17 when I auditioned for the show,
Yeah.
and like your mother, my mother watched soap operas my whole life growing up, and I remember going on an audition and thinking, "Hey, what is this soap want with a kid?" I remember they have all these adult storylines and I really never thought that I would even end up on the show. So to be here, and I'm coming up on 22 years.
Yeah.
It's an unbelievable dream, and I have no one really to thank more than the fans of the show. I mean, everybody who continues to keep the show on air and value what we do is the reason why we get to enjoy our lives, and it's amazing.
Pretty amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
Jason, your turn.
Yeah, no, I mean, Brighton said it perfectly. It is an honor. We're very lucky because we love our job,
Yeah.
and so when we get to show up every day and bring these characters to life and work with an incredible cast and crew consistently and continue to evolve as characters and yet know that it's bigger than us as well. Like the show's bigger than one individual. The show's like you said, with like family, it means a lot. My grandmother's 96. She watched from the beginning as well. And
Wow.
there's that history that is incredibly important. And so yeah, I mean, there's a certain responsibility that you have as well, which feels good, like to show up and do the job and be honorable to the people that have come before and to put on a good show.
Yeah.
And again, like Bright said, it's not possible without people continuing to tune in. And that's our drive. We want to put on a good show, and
Yeah.
it's a lot to us.
And you do, and you do. So Brighton, as you said, 22 years on the show, man, that time flies, doesn't it?
Tell
Um,
me.
and I'm just wondering, I mean, both of you have had some great storylines over the years, but Brighton, have you ever gotten a script and look at it and go, what the heck? Like, has anything ever shocked you in terms of a storyline?
Shocked me? Nothing's ever really shocked me. They've all just been great challenges. I mean, the biggest challenge that was thrown my way was when Devon lost his hearing. I
Mm,
was, I remember the writer coming to me, it was Lynn Latham at the time, and said, your character's going to be deaf. And they didn't really have an end point, or didn't know where it was going to go. I didn't know I was going to end up having a cochlear implant or getting my hearing back or anything like that. So I was kind of just on the journey of trying to make that seem as real as possible. And I had one of the best moments I had with a fan was someone came up to me to my table. I was out having lunch, and they left a note on the table and just walked away without saying anything. It was someone who was actually had lost their hearing and was deaf, and they said that they
wow.
watched the show and what they thought of my performance, and it was just it meant the world. It meant more than any other achievement was having someone who really experienced something.
Of course, yeah, and yeah, what I do love about the show is that it does touch on, real life things, and there are so many fans out there that watch and can relate, and yeah, some of the storylines can be crazy. Of course, it's a soap opera. Hello, we wouldn't watch others, but for you, Jason, when you took on the role of Billy, you were taking it on, and it had to, I would think, it's a daunting experience to take on a role that somebody else had played. How was it, or was it easy for you to kind of make them your own? Was there anything special that you did to just dive in there?
Nothing special, no, nothing like, yeah, nervous, big shoes to fill. Some incredible
Mm,
actors came before me that really built that character up. A lot of like that kind of family legacy on the show, an important role, which I was excited to, sink my teeth into. I didn't know if I was gonna make it or not. Fans have opinions, which is why we are which is why that connection is so strong, is because they do feel like they have ownership of the show, right? And so I think that's a positive thing. I just try to kind of put my head down and do the work and really focus
Sure.
as much as I can on the relationships and what this character kind of meant to me personally, and try not to emulate too much of what came before or whatever. But of course, there's relationships that have been built that I had to learn about. What this person meant to this character and how that relates to me. And
Yeah, yeah.
but again, I will say it's something that fans are a little bit used to. I mean, Amelia is a recast, Peter was a recast, so it's
Of
not,
course. Yeah.
and so it's a little bit familiar territory. But yeah, I was definitely nervous about it. I mean, you want to do right by the character. You want people to like you. I'm an actor, like, yeah, let's be serious. Like, so
Yeah, let's
those kind of things as well. But yeah, I mean, just a tremendous honor. And I will say this: you show up on that set, and the people are so gracious. Everybody really appreciates the work that goes into it, and cast and crew, and everyone was just so kind and supportive. And when you work in an environment like that, you just want to meet the mark as best you can, and do your best to continue to raise the bar. And it's a testament to the group of people that were there and that are still there. But when I showed up, it was like, wow, this is a really special place.
That's amazing. We only have a few minutes, but Bryton, I want to, bring it to up to speed to where you guys are now. And I love that there's conflict. Obviously, you guys are, and it's how much fun is it to play those kinds of, you get your scripts every day. And by the way, I don't know how you guys do that, like memorize this stuff daily. Like I can't even remember what I ate for breakfast. So good on you, honestly. But what's it like to have that conflict between you and
Well,
Jason?
these two guys don't like each other all that much,
and it's great because we really do like each other. So, and we never, you don't get to really be confrontational in real life. You don't really get to go at somebody. I mean, some people do, but that's not who we are, not who I am anyway. So when you get to have that in the script and you really get to sink your teeth into something that you wouldn't portray or do in real life, that's the best.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, it was when someone asked me who I wanted to work with, I always said BRYTON, because I really always admired his work, and I liked the dynamic between the characters. I say this to my wife all the time too. Like, look, I get the benefit of like letting some of this crap out. Like I get to show up and like be angry at someone else, or
you don't have to bring it home.
Or I get rid of all of that stuff. It's an amazing thing to be able to do. And so it helps me in my regular life as well to be able to yell every once in a while. Yeah.
Absolutely. And just to wrap it up, I just wanted to get this from both of you. You are working with veteran Y&R actors, like, people who have been there since day one. And I'm talking about, obviously Eric Braeden, and then, Melody Thomas Scott, who's not been since day one, but she's a staple, Peter Bergman, all these people. And, I used to work at Global Television. I was the entertainment director there, and producer there. And so for many years, I had the opportunity to go to the set and cover it. And I've interviewed all of these legends from many years. And my biggest thrill was getting to sit at, Victor Newman's desk and putting my feet up on his desk. I was not allowed to, but I did it. I didn't care, So I just want to know quickly from the two of you, BRYTON, to have these veterans in your midst who are just, I can't even imagine what it's like and what you learn from them.
I mean, for me personally, they've been my teachers. I started on another show when I was very young, and I did that as a child, and then I considered Y&R my first real acting job. And when I got there, I was surrounded by, the late Christophe St. John was, main one in my storyline, Victoria Rao, even Eric Braeden. I slept on Victor Newman's floor. That's when I had my character started. So it's to grow with the show and learn what they mean to the world and to the world of soaps and television in general it's amazing to know that I'm in their presence. But really, for me, it's like family. They've been the most gracious cast, as Jason said, from day one. So going to work now, it's really like going to see, you know, your loved ones, getting
Yeah.
to have fun.
Yeah, and Jason, just quickly for you, just what's it like? You
Yeah.
don't cross Victor Newman, my friend.
No,
Be
we
careful
don't
there.
like each other very, very much. Um, yeah, no, I mean, again, BRYTON said it perfectly. Like they're, we're lucky because our cast is filled with good human beings first, right? And then they turn into fantastic actors that are, again, supportive. We all just really love what we do. And as you do it longer, you realize how special it is to have a consistent acting job, that the show's still on the air,
Yeah.
that you get to support your family doing something that you love. Yes, absolutely, legends. At the same time, I would say that we all know that it's bigger than just us as well, right? Like, and so the show's important. I mean, we're up here in Canada. It's big up here, and that's
Yeah.
something that we're really proud of, and so when we show up at work, it's about doing that and doing it in a way that we all can get along and be family at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a big part of what we do. It's just being supportive of each other. It starts at the top, and it's been like that since, for as long as it's been around.
Well, we all love you and appreciate you. And as I said, as you know, Canada just loves the young and the restless, always has and always will. And I do really appreciate you taking the time this morning to speak with me, and have a wonderful time while you're here in Toronto.
Thanks, man.
You will see those fans will just be careful. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Appreciate you and Canada.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for your time, guys. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too.
Take care. Thank you.
That's right.
Or